Well, thank you for having me today. Let me sum up my biography by letting you know that I'm a troublemaker. And I like to keep an eye on government because government is keeping an eye on you. You know, we're at a very crucial time period in this country's history. We're at a crossroads. We're at a time when government can either get larger and larger and your freedoms get smaller and smaller, or we can stop that and go in the other direction. And I have a feeling there's a couple of troublemakers out here today that believe in freedom. How many of y'all believe in freedom out here? You know, the American experience didn't happen by accident. It is the result of 5,000 years of human history, culture, religion, and tradition. We got started a long, long time ago, and we've built something unique in the world. You know, when our founders laid it down, they were men of faith, they believed in freedom, and they believed that there was a better way to govern men's lives. There are many people in this country today that think that those old men didn't know what they were talking about. I was on CNBC one time, and a fellow said, "Oh, you know, that Constitution, that's an interesting document, but is it relevant? It was written by farmers 200 years ago." I said, well, you know, if the ideas of freedom and equality and justice, if those ideas are old and passé, well then we're just going to have to be old and passé because we believe in freedom in this country. And I'll be honest with you, we don't have anywhere else to go. If we left out of here tomorrow, I'm not sure where we would go in the world. So this is the lifeboat of the world. It's the best place to live on the face of the planet. Thanks to these gentlemen in the front row and any of you other veterans out there. Raise your hand if you're a veteran here with us today. These are people who made a choice to answer the call that their country gave to them. They didn't run, they didn't turn around, they didn't avoid it. They were called and they went. And today we have a new generation that rises to the challenge, and when they come home, they are called radical, extremist, and dangerous because they possess certain talents and they're also very motivated. But you know, all of what we do in this country is supposed to be governed by one document, and that document is the Constitution of the United States. I'm a big fan of the Constitution. I think the Constitution lays it out the way it ought to be. I think that the First Amendment is probably one of the more important amendments. And it's followed by the next most important amendment, the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment isn't about hunting. It isn't about target shooting. It's about freedom, personal defense, and it's also a check on the power of government. You know, it's often good to go to Life's Handbook. And in the book of Luke, 11:21, when a strong man, fully armed, guards his own house, his possessions are safe. Fully armed. And these words in red. This is not a new idea. Even though people will try and take it away from us, the Second Amendment is as valid today as it was 200 years ago, 1,000 years ago, 5,000 years ago. You know, there was a conflict in Israel a couple years ago. They had been attacked on a holiday, on a holy day. And so all the clerics got together and said, well, you know, you're not supposed to work on the Sabbath. But they had the common sense to realize that if you don't put a guard at the door, even on the holy day, there won't be a door to guard. So ladies and gentlemen, your Constitution needs to be guarded. And it needs your help. And you need to be involved. Step one, you're here today. How many people this is the first event like this that you've ever been in? It's rather fitting that we do this on Memorial Day, or right next to Memorial Day. Take a moment tomorrow and remember those families who lost someone in our country's conflicts. Especially remember those young men and some young ladies who didn't have children. You nephews and nieces, it's your obligation to remember them. I'm Jeff Mixon. I'm from the Civitas Institute. I've got a table at the back. I've brought a free magazine for everyone who'd like to have one today. We also give free subscriptions. Check out our website, nccivitas.org. We try to keep an eye on state government so you don't have to as much, but we'd love to have you keep an eye on your government as well. Come see us at the back table. We'd love to talk to you. Thanks.